Hello everyone, Jerry Tabatt with you with another edition of our military community, and we're talking today education, not with grade school or high school, but we're talking about careers that our military personnel, once they get out of the service or still on active duty, that they can pursue. And we're going to talk to some folks today that got some good insight on Haney. Haney's been a great place. In fact, I'm an ex-student of Haney and had a lot of fun over there. So let's get right to it. Joining me, first of all, is the assistant director, and some of you may know this guy because he used to be the principal over at Rutherford too, Mr. Coy Pilson. Lanie Walker, who's actually Reserve, Army Reserve, and Lanie Wilder, let me get that right. She's Army Reserve and also an aviation student. And then Michael Campbell, the guy over there, he's okay, don't worry about him and his beard. He's retired Army, and lo and behold, he's now a Haney employee. So things just change constantly. Coy, I'm going to start with you. I'm so excited about this today. What is this history behind Haney anyway? Why is it so important here?
Well, Haney was founded almost 55 years ago, I think 55 years ago this year, and Tom P. Haney was a prominent member of our community, and he was a successful businessman. But when he was younger, he did most of his training on the job, and he felt that our community needed a place where students or young people could learn and get technical skills without having to go to the job to get that training. And so it actually started at the shipyard, and I've learned that today. And then over the years, it moved to the current location and had several different versions, and we're still growing and changing day by day. But his vision to provide quality career and technical education is still alive and well today. And we at Haney say that our goal is to help people change their lives and give them the skills to be successful.
And you indeed are doing that. And one of your successes right now, Lanie Wilder. Lanie, you're in the Army Reserve, but yet you're an aviation student and everything. Tell me your story, and why are you going to Haney and becoming an aviation specialist?
Well, actually, my cousin, he's in the Army and he works on Apache helicopters, and he was telling me about, working on aircraft and stuff like that, and it really intrigued me, and it made me want to go to Haney and start a class.
And do you feel comfortable over there, still being in the military? Some people say, oh, a little, but they make you feel right at home, don't they?
Yeah. So they accommodate to my military schedule and things that I have to do and stuff like that. So. Michael,
you're sitting over there grinning. You retired from the Army.
Yes, sir.
You went to Haney, and lo and behold, you're now an employee over there. What in the world happened?
Well, it's exciting, 100% exciting. Exactly like Corey said, is everything going on. For me, after 24 years, I knew I was always going to go to Haney. I graduated from Mosa High School, not a Rutherford guy, but I graduated from Mosa High School, and I was always going to go to Haney, but I realized it takes money to go to college, and so I joined the military. And I was just going to do 3 years, get in, get out, get some money, and go over to Haney to the auto collision course. Well, I loved it. I fell in love with it. 24 years later, I still stayed with the plan. I got into Haney. I did a year and a half later of graduating, and I was going to start the auto mechanics, next, until I got a phone call this weekend. Now, listen, the schedule for me was so easy. It was so nice that I was able to do Haney and work my bachelor's degree at the same time. And when I graduated with my bachelor's degree, that's when Haney called me and said, hey, we need some assistant instructors over here. So I loved it. I loved Haney so much that it just became the career that we keep talking about. You want to get a career? Well, they gave me one, and I'm happy to be a part of their crew.
Too bad, Coy. He can't talk a lot, huh? Now, let's get into this a little bit now. That one of the reasons, and I want you to expound on that, that you get so many military-associated people come in is because they don't have to go back to college and get, the basic out of the way. They want to further their career, and a lot of things you have as program-wise are tailored to actually pick up on what happens with what they've been doing in the military. So it's very easy for them to come in. Yeah. What kind of programs are going on out there?
For our military veterans, it's an easy transition, and one, we are working on employability skills. And most folks, especially if you get to retirement in the military, you have employability
Right.
skills down.
Right.
So you're just working on honing your craft. But we offer a variety of programs, and we have veterans in everything. We have veterans in aviation. We have veterans in auto collision. We have veterans in massage. Now, I haven't checked our nursing numbers, but we also have a nursing program. Yes. And we have a cosmetology program, and our veterans are open to any of the programs that we have. And I encourage anybody that want to come check it out, give me a call. I'll be happy to show them around. But it's a wonderful opportunity, and it seems like our veterans really expound on it. And we're very affordable. So
Yes.
if you compare what our rates are compared to, say, and I just had two kids graduate from college. What if they had went to Haney?
Right.
I'd have had a lot more money in my pocket. So,
And those programs are going to keep growing, and they're needed the way this community is starting to expand and everything. Now, you brought up something about affordable. Lanie, you and I were talking before the show today, and you have kind of a unique perspective. You're not using any of your military benefits. You decided, I'm going to pay for it myself.
Yes. I decided to pay for it for myself because I didn't necessarily join the military for the benefits. I did it for like experience and what. And yeah, I thought I would take on the responsibility of just, doing it myself and having that response.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I love it. It makes me feel like, I can do it and I don't have to rely on anything.
One thing I noticed when I was going to Haney is that the instructors over there, a lot of them have military experience. So they kind of they fit in naturally, quite.
yes, they fit in naturally. We have several instructors who are retired military, and actually in November we honored each of our veterans with a special cup with Haney's logo on it and the thermos. Last year we gave them hats. But we really appreciate what our veterans bring not only to our school but to our community. And they do a great job, and they integrate well. And like Mr. Campbell here, they're actually a role model for the younger students.
Right.
So we're seeing a change in our demographic. Our students are actually getting younger. So we see students graduating high school and wanting to come directly to Haney. But when you have veterans like Mr. Campbell and Lanie here, they are wonderful role models for the younger students, and they give them options. And some of our students talk to them about possible military careers or things like that. And so it's a wonderful little community. I love my time in Rutherford, but Haney is one of the happiest places on earth.
And I enjoyed it a lot when I went there too. That was a couple of years ago. But Michael, you actually used your military benefits.
Yes, sir. Sure did.
Tell everyone so they understand how that works when you go to Haney. What do you have to do? Do you automatically get it? Do you have to apply for it? What
So
happens?
you definitely have to apply for it, obviously. And look, if you have any questions about your benefits itself and a veteran, look on va.gov, and then even more for education, look at va.gov/education/ and that goes straight to all the information you need. It's right there with phone numbers. You can call people if you just don't feel comfortable reading, if you don't understand what's going on. All the information is there on your, right there on that webpage. For me, when I use it, what surprised me with Haney is because we're an hour-based, college itself, you're not using as much as you would if you went to, say, in Florida State. So I had 36 months of actual education benefits. I had a 1.5-year class, but it only took 5 months away from it. So I still have 30 months of college still ready to go. So that's why I wanted to go to another class through Haney, because I was getting more bang for my buck. And I was getting more certified, and I was, and it's what I wanted to do, and just keeping that same trend. So it's exciting to know that the money you're getting, it stretches even farther places like Haney. So definitely get into it and look into it, and get on that webpage and find out.
Now, Coy, once someone is approved for their VA benefits and that, how does that work? Does the VA pay the student and they pay Haney, or does the money go directly to Haney, or how do you get paid for these veterans?
It depends, and I'm not the financial aid expert, but through the students all apply, and if they have VA benefits, the VA will alert our student services, and they work with our student services program in our financial aid office. And so I would imagine that most of our veterans actually, and Mr. Campbell can probably speak to this, at certain points in the semester, they'll probably get a refund check because they've covered their tuition, and all of our veterans are also, just like all of our students, are also eligible for other pots of money if necessary. So that's a calculation made by a financial aid office. So they take all the benefits that a student is eligible for, and then they address the funds as needed. But we have a Haney Foundation. They support students and gives them scholarships. And we actually have, and this is a testament to our community, we just have a wonderful community. We have a gentleman, and I really don't know who he gives us money anonymously, but he comes in like once or twice a month and gives us like $150 and says, put this towards students.
Right.
And so we do all we can to support our students, but a veteran, if they have VA benefits, like Mr. Campbell said, they have to they don't worry. And we've had veterans that have done multiple programs because their veteran dollar stretches so far. So we've had veterans do everything from aviation to auto collision, auto repair. And so it's a wonderful opportunity. And you do get a lot of educational bang for your buck. And if you're looking for a job in that particular field, oh man, we have nearly a 89 or 90% placement rate. So if you want to work and if you get the certification, you got a job. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, Lanie, you said that you're paying for it yourself. Is it cheaper to pay for it at Haney by yourself than say it would be to go to some four-year college or something? Do you get a break on your financing because you're in the military?
It's definitely cheaper at Haney than it would be at like a college.
So you're just paying for it right out of your own pocket?
Yes, yeah.
You're going to have to use those VA benefits too. Now, we've talked about the VA money and everything. What other kind of finances available for someone if they don't qualify for VA benefits?
Well,
and some people don't qualify for
some people don't qualify for VA benefits. We encourage all students to fill out, when they apply for Haney, also fill out FAFSA. And so you can Google the FAFSA form and go on to the college website and make sure that you complete the FAFSA form. Almost a majority of our students qualify for some type of federal aid. So between Pell Grants, the Haney Foundation, and other auspices, most of our students have help in meeting their financial need. And periodically, the state right now, and I hope this continues, but the state is really involved in CTE. And so a few months ago, the state gave all technical colleges in the state of Florida a lump sum of money and said this needs to go directly to students. So our financial aid office looked at students that were self-pay first, and they basically gave them a refund check because that money had to go directly to the students, and we had 30 days to spend it. And so right now, it's a great time in the state of Florida to get involved in career technical education because that's the trend right now. And the state is really into it. Yeah. And there's a huge need across the country. Every technical field is projecting shortages, everything from aviation to nurses to surgical techs. We haven't spoke much about that, but we're expanding our medical program. That's what's happening in our new building. And we're hoping to add and I forget the exact name that you call it, but the people that prepare the instruments for surgery, we're going to add that program next year, hopefully. And so it's a good time to be in education, and there are funds there willing if you're wanting to go.
Yes, sir.
Michael, being retired military and everything, you retired from the Army, you went to Haney as a student, and now you're in the administration. I know you've seen a lot of changes and things going on, and Coy mentioned that the students are getting younger. Like Lanie, she's getting younger, but she knows what she wants to do, and she has her mind set on it. What are some of the changes you've noticed since you've been there as not only as an older retired person, a student, and then finally now as an administrator?
Okay, so we're going to say not too old. No, so what I've noticed really is and what I'm in awe of is the students, and really the the passion they're having behind what they're doing. This is not like a high school, obviously, or a college to where you're trying to learn other things. And this is basically focused on what you want to do for a career. And because of that, they're more passionate about it.
Right.
And so what I'm noticing is they're actually putting a lot more effort into it versus what you'd see in a regular class. Oh, I'm going to get that B or that, I'm not worried about getting that top score. But these individuals are wanting to get certified. They're wanting to get ASE certified. They're wanting to get the aviation certifications that's going towards something. That they know it's going towards something. And so their attitude is just different. It's just more passion. I'm seeing more passion behind it. And that's what makes it so exciting. It's why I keep grinning over here and nodding my head because I see Lanie. I'm in awe of her. She's that 1% that's still in the military,
Right.
that's still going to college, that could probably still get a job, at the same time. So that's why. Also backing these kids up to where they can actually go to work after class. So they're working in the field. They're actually being in there learning the field and then going in there and working the field while they're still going to class. We're giving that opportunity to it. So it's just exciting all around the place. It really is.
Lanie, as one of the younger students now, how does that work, or what did you see the camaraderie between students like you that are just starting out in life to someone that would, say, be in Michael's position, that you're not treated like, look, I'm older than you, so I know more than you, but it's like an equal basis. Did that surprise you?
Yeah, it did, because I was a little bit nervous coming in because it's a mechanic job, aviation mechanic job.
Right.
So I know there was going to be older individuals in the class and people not my age because I'm still young. And it surprised me because I thought there was going to be like a big difference there, but everybody definitely gets treated equally in the classroom for sure. And knowledge base is in different like areas, like, you got older people, you got younger people, and like the knowledge just like spreads within the classroom because, you have different experiences, and it's great.
And that's one thing I noticed over there at Coy. It's like, yes, there's faculty, there's students, but more importantly, you guys really love your students over there, and it's like a family. You're there to help.
We are there to help. We try to help students wherever they are in need, and I want to give a shout out to our director, Ms. Angela Reese. She really tries to inspire a family atmosphere. And for example, today, we all dressed up in ugly Christmas sweaters and Santa hats, and we went around with Christmas music, and we passed out candy canes. And so it's a unique educational experience in the sense that, and this is from a lifelong educator, and I loved my time in K-12. I still love Rutherford High School, and I visit regularly, and I might be working the Rutherford Holiday Fair tomorrow. But
Got 'em.
This is the people at Haney, the staff, the students, the faculty. It's just a pleasant place to be. And so, like every morning, myself and a couple of other administrators sit in the front door, and we welcome each student into class. And so it's a family affair, and we're hoping that we can grow and make this an opportunity for people that want to get a training in technical education. And the really neat part, I would like to piggyback on something Michael said, is amazing to see. So I'll go to our HVAC class, for example, and if you go into the parking lot, you'll see trucks from Peden, Tarpon Docks, not Tarpon Dock, but Tarpon Air Conditioning, or Stevenson. And so students will come in, get their classwork from 7 to 12, they'll grab a sandwich, and then they'll get on the company truck and they'll go to work. So there's not many places where you can train and work at the same time. Right. And it's really unique in our electrical program, and I'm giving a shout out. I'm not going to tell him his name. If you look on our Facebook page, you can probably find him. But one of our electrical students got hired from the city of Panama City to be in their electrical department. And since he's been there, he hadn't finished the program yet, and he got promoted. Right. So now he's a supervisor, and he came to us, he said, hey, I might need to work, I might need to leave early. Can you work with me because I got more responsibilities at work now?
Yeah, that was my class. I had the commercial and industrial electricity. It was great. I mean, I had a good time. Of course, when I graduated, I didn't end up doing electrical work. I ended up on television for almost 30 years. But one other thing I want to talk about now is, Michael, maybe you can expand on this because you understand just a little bit more. There are people with disabilities. How can you accommodate people with disabilities? And let's face it, some of our veterans have bad disabilities.
Well, like anything, I think those situations are like case-by-case basis and what the situation is, of course. With our disabilities, they're hard to work through, especially with our veterans. Look, I'm right there with a lot of ours. Transition was hard. I joined Haney because I felt like it saved my life. I needed that structure in life. And so I think that the administrators, as a student, knew and understood and were able to talk to me about things that were coming up if I had a VA appointment or so on and so forth. We had things set up to where that you can take those appointments after class and all that stuff, and if you just have to, if you just got a break, we're in a very unique situation where Haney's at, not even 200 yards is our VA center, with our counselors that can take on mental counselors that you can walk right in and just unload if you need to, and that's so important, especially for our VA and our military vets who come out there that they are battling, and it's hard, and I don't want to get emotional about it because I'm one of those that battle.
You can't help but get emotional.
You can't help, but we had those things out there, and with Haney being right next to our VA center, that was special to me because I actually had to walk in there a couple times myself, and that's what you can feel. You can feel safe in Haney if you're a VA vet. Know that if you are going through it, that you can feel safe to reach out to those individuals like myself who walk those halls every day and understand what you're going through.
Yeah, you're more than just number 487 student. You're
That's
a
right.
person with a name. Lanie, before we run out of time here, I want to ask you. We were talking before the show, and you said that you're too in the aviation part because that's what you want to do in the military, and you want to get a job out there at Tyndall. So Tyndall, if you're listening, we got someone right here.
I'm your girl.
But how's this going to help you to transition back onto instead of reserve, doing maybe active duty and becoming an aviation specialist?
Right. So so I'm going to school for the aviation, right? And I have the military background. And applying for Tyndall, I can say, hey, I've went to school here. I have the certifications, the license, and I have a military background. And I feel like it just would help a lot.
And you're looking forward to that.
Yes. Yes.
If there's anything we can do, just let me know, okay? Because I still know a couple of people out there too.
Oh yes.
Give them a call.
2025.
Can dependents enroll?
Yes.
Military dependents?
Military dependents can enroll, and it's up to the sponsor, but the sponsor can sign their benefits.
Right.
But they have to declare. And being married, because I'm a military spouse, and
oh wow,
being married to a military to a retired colonel in the Air Force. Our children used my wife's VA benefit to help them get through school. And so I am thankful and appreciative for all military service and all military families, because being a military spouse, I understand the challenges that military families go through.
You know, Tyndall's rebuilding now, and they're going to get all these F-35s in there. They're going to bring in thousands of active duty personnel. That includes dependents coming in. So there's going to be a big influx of just military alone. Then you have businesses that are coming in. Those students are coming to go to school in the area too. Do you guys expect an increase, Coy? And if so, do you think you're equipped right now to handle it?
Well, we're growing. As you see, we've completed a building, and that building actually is replacing some of the buildings that were destroyed. And so all of our classroom space right now is being used. So we're really thankful that the new building is coming online. That will house some of our medical programs, our nursing, our massage, and our computer systems and information technology programs. And that's going to free up that big gray building for more mechanical stuff. So what we're hoping to do is to expand some of our heavy trades. We're in a partnership actually with a group that's going to provide drone training for military people that are straight out. So they're going to give a boot camp. So we're allowing this group to use our space to train military people to do the drone stuff so they can get their licensure. And that's like a quick boot camp. So that's a few weeks. And then, so we expecting growth, and we have petitioned. We've wrote grants with the state of Florida. Hopefully, we'll get it to. So if you tour our new building, you'll see there's a sidewalk.
Oh, I'm going to go over there and tour.
But there's
not with him though. I'm going to ask you.
but in the back of it, there's a sidewalk that leads to nothing. And so hopefully we'll get the funds to build another building to expand our program. So we're projecting growth, and we are trying to expand our programs and offer more programs for not only our veterans but everybody in our community.
Sounds great. Before we have to shut this down and everything, Michael, I got a question for you now.
Yes, sir.
The credits that these students use, the credits they get for graduating from a program over there, if they want to go to, say, a four-year college and get an advanced degree in the field they've chosen, are these credits transferable?
Yes, sir. So some of them are, and some aren't. It really just depends on the institution you're going to. And so my suggestion for individuals like that, get a hold of guidance counselors, get a hold of your transcripts, and just see what comes in. Some of mine did transfer over, some of mine did not. So it's just a matter of communicating with your institution.
So if there's any questions or anything, all you got to do is just get a hold of you guys over there, and they'll take care of you.
Yes, sir.
All right, before we shut this down, I want to give each of you the opportunity for some closing remarks. Ladies first. Lanie, what do you think about this whole deal with Haney, and do you think it's worth it?
Oh yeah, it's definitely worth it, for sure. Sure, you get the education. Sorry.
That's something you said
put
what you
on the
needed
spot.
to say. It is
Sorry.
worth it.
That's right.
Michael, some closing remarks from you.
So absolutely, it's definitely worth it. I think the transition, it gets you back into a routine. A lot of soldiers in service just need a routine, and that helps with their minds. So that routine helps out a lot. I do want to jump in, and we know we missed off on one more benefit that we just didn't talk about.
Go ahead.
Is housing allowance.
Okay.
There's also housing allowance that you get when you're in school, so that it helps with your housing and rent and all that stuff while you're going to school. So that's also with dependents. So if your dependents going with your VA benefits, then they're getting that housing allowance as well. Wow. So I want to make sure we got that.
Thank you for doing that. Coy, I'll give you about 40 seconds to wrap it up.
Haney is a wonderful place. If you want to come check us out, you can check us out in person. Give me a call. I'll be happy to give you a tour, or you can visit us online, haney.edu. Our programs are actually, some of our programs are actually open right now for applications. So if you want to investigate, either give us a call or go to haney.edu and look us up on the website, and we're having a wonderful time, and we want to wish everyone out there a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of holiday seasons.
Coy, Lanie, Michael, thanks so much for coming in today and explaining what's going on over there at Haney. It's a great place to be, a great place to go and get your education you need, and they love the military, and that's all that counts. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, that's it, folks. We're wrapping it up here on another edition of our military community. We got many things we want to talk about today, but remember, at Haney, all you veterans out there, all you dependents, go talk to them, go to their website, give them a call. They're there. They're going to help you. And you heard today from my three guests that that's what they're here. They're here to help you make yourself better in this community. It doesn't make any difference if it's young or if it's older. Go to Haney, get the career you need, and get one of the great jobs that are available here in Bay County. All right, everyone, we hope you have a great day. I'm Jerry Tabatt. This is another edition of our military community. I'll see you next time. Have a good day, everyone.